This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, PBA call sparks firestorm. Mo Tautuaa dunk wipe. Ross silent. Fans draw parallels to Arwin Santos. EJ Obiena slips the 7th. Mondo Duplantis soars in Monaco showdown. Paper Rex falls short. Filipinos stumble early in Esports Cup. Sinner strikes back, beats Alcaraz for first Wimbledon crown. In Major League Baseball, Yamamoto dominates. Dodgers edge Giants in extras behind 7-inning gem. And our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay got all the action in the latest installment of the Filipino Pro Wrestling League. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 14th of July. Now, here's our roundup. Game 1 of the PBA Philippine Cup Finals didn't just end with a score. It ended in uproar. With 56 seconds left, Mo Tautuaa threw down a dunk that seemed to put San Miguel ahead 98-97. But just moments later, after a jump ball stoppage, the Coliseum announcer dropped a bombshell. The dunk did not count. The officiating crew ruled offensive basket interference, claiming Tautuaa pulled the rim, causing the ball to drop in, a violation under Rule J5 of the PBA rulebook. TNT regained the lead. Calvin Oftana hit 2 pressure-packed free throws, and CJ Perez missed a final 3-point try. Final score, TNT 99, San Miguel 96. But the real fallout came after the final buzzer. PBA Deputy Commissioner Eric Castro, along with technical head Bong Pascual, faced the media to explain the decision.
When Mo dunked the last 56 seconds, nahila niya yung ring. Okay? But the contention of the first double G stop was yung bola was straight and entered the ring. Regardless kung may tamaan siya ng part ng ring, okay? The fact na nahila niya yung pin pababa, okay, is a violation. Okay? Consider the basket, offensive basket.
Quote, there was a letter, but it didn't push through, end quote, Castro confirmed. Castro also described the issue as one that was already resolved and reassured fans that the league was simply following its own rules. Castro reiterated that they want to ensure the public that they are doing their job to preserve the integrity of the game, regardless if it was an eliminations game, semifinals, or finals. Still though, fans aren't letting it go. Social media erupted with comparisons to Arwin Santos' rim-hanging dunks, which were never called interference. The league responded. Those were unsportsmanlike acts, possible technical fouls, but didn't affect the ball's entry. Tautuaa, who finished with 10 points, was holding back emotion, saying that he was mad but didn't want to get fined. Chris Ross, who nailed a huge 3 in the final minutes, said just 2 words after the game: no comment. The PBA maintains the call was right. San Miguel, meanwhile, burns for redemption. Game 2 isn't just a battle for the series, it's now a fight for pride. Under the lights of Monaco, the world's best pole vaulters took flight, but this time, EJ Obiena couldn't find his height. The Filipino pole vault ace finished 7th in the Monaco leg of the Diamond League, vaulting just 5.72 meters in a stacked field, headlined by the seemingly untouchable Mondo Duplantis. Obiena, the world number 4, struggled to hit his rhythm and missed the podium for the 4th time this outdoor season. Duplantis, the world number 1 and reigning Olympic champion, put on another masterclass, easily taking the win and extending his reign at the top. For Obiena, the road to redemption continues. The Filipino star is looking to reclaim the form that made him Asia's best. The clock is ticking. But never count out EJ Obiena. His next leap could be his biggest yet. Fresh off Masters glory, Paper Rex entered Riyadh with momentum but left without a medal. Paper Rex, led by Filipino star Patman Mendoza, dominated Group A, then swept Sentinels in the quarters. But in the semis, their Toronto foes struck back. Fnatic got revenge, taking the series 2-1 after shutting down PRX in Sunset and Split. Their podium bid ended there, swept by rival Gen.G in the third-place match. Gen.G's fifth straight win over PRX. No rest, both teams return for VCT Pacific Stage 2 on July 16. Meanwhile, Filipinos in other titles also fell early. Exoration, Dota 2, Shopify's Yopaj and Scam, and Talon's Cuckoo, all eliminated in group play. Only Virtus.pro, featuring Filipino jungle star Andoryu and coach Fly Solo, advanced in MLBB MSC after topping the wild card. Next up, two Filipino teams in the MLBB Women's Invitational and three squads for Honor of Kings. The fight continues for Philippine flag bearers in Riyadh. Jannik Sinner delivered a performance fit for a king with Prince William, Princess Kate, and their children George and Charlotte watching from the royal box. He lost in Paris, but on center court, Jannik Sinner got his revenge. World number 1, Jannik Sinner fought back from a set down to defeat defending champion Carlos Alcaraz 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, claiming his first Wimbledon title and his fourth Grand Slam overall. Sinner turned the match around with a break in the second set, then kept the pressure on Alcaraz with clutch shot-making and steady nerves. It was a statement win after losing to Alcaraz at the French Open. Sinner made sure this final belonged to him. "This is a dream," he said as the crowd erupted, including royalty and stars packed into the stands. The Italian's path to glory included wins over Shelton and Djokovic, and ended with a historic moment, the first Italian to lift the Wimbledon trophy, and the royals were there to witness it. Prince William and Kate, with George and Charlotte, watched from the royal box. Kate, in a royal blue dress, presented the trophy to Sinner. Just a day earlier, she awarded Iga Swiatek the women's trophy after a dominant win, and comforted a tearful Amanda Anisimova, telling her to keep her head high. But on this day, amid the glamour and royalty, it was Jannik Sinner who stood tall, the new king of Wimbledon. Moving on to Major League Baseball, Yoshinobu Yamamoto delivered a strong comeback performance on Sunday, firing 7 scoreless innings to lead the Los Angeles Dodgers to a 5-2 win over the San Francisco Giants in 11 frames. After lasting just 2/3 of an inning in his previous start, the Japanese ace bounced back in style, striking out 7 while allowing just 3 hits and 2 walks. He exited with a 2-0 lead but got a no decision after the Giants rallied in the 9th. Freddie Freeman broke the deadlock with an RBI in the 11th, while Shohei Ohtani scored twice and went 1 for 3 with 2 walks. The win marked back-to-back victories for LA, snapping a rough 7-game slide to end the first half strong. In Chicago, fellow Samurai Japan star Shota Imanaga was equally sharp, tossing 7 innings of 1-run ball in the Cubs' 4-1 win over the Yankees. The lefty struck out 6, allowed just 2 hits and a walk, and retired 11 straight at one point, finishing with 91 pitches, 55 for strikes. Seiya Suzuki added offense for Chicago, going 2 for 5 with a run scored in the 3-hole. Meanwhile, in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks are pulling the plug, at least for now. According to multiple reports, the Mavs have shut down top overall pick Cooper Flagg from NBA Summer League action in Las Vegas after just 2 games. The 18-year-old phenom, who signed earlier this month, showed flashes of brilliance, dropping 31 points against number 2 pick Dylan Harper and the San Antonio Spurs on Saturday. Flagg went 10 for 21 from the field, a strong bounce back after a rough debut where he scored just 10 points on 5 of 21 shooting in a win over the Lakers. But just as the hype was building, sources say Flagg won't be suiting up on Monday against Charlotte, and his summer showcase is done. No injury has been reported. The move appears to be strategic, protecting their prized rookie ahead of training camp. Flag, last season's consensus U.S. College Player of the Year as a freshman at Duke, led the Blue Devils to the Final Four before falling to Houston. For now, Mavs fans will have to wait until preseason to see more of their future franchise star. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. In rugby, can you fool a defender without even passing the ball? One of the smartest moves in rugby is called a dummy pass, a fake pass meant to trick the defense into thinking the ball is going to a teammate. Instead, the ball carrier keeps it and exploits the open space created by the confused defenders. A dummy pass is all about timing, body language, and selling the deception so well that the defense bites hard on the fake. It's a classic move that can turn a tight game into a try-scoring opportunity. In rugby, sometimes the best pass is the one you never throw. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Chelsea claimed the FIFA Club World Cup title, but Donald Trump unexpectedly took the spotlight. The former president walked onto the field to a mix of cheers, boos, and pumped-up stadium music that couldn't hide the divide. Trump presented the trophy to Reece James, awarded Cole Palmer the Golden Ball, and joined the celebration with the Blues. But when the Jumbotron showed him saluting during the anthem, the crowd erupted in boos, forcing the broadcast to cut away. The moment marked a year since his survival of an assassination attempt and previewed his push to make the 2026 World Cup held at the same stadium a symbol of his golden age of America. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who's built a close tie with Trump, praised his support, even revealing Trump keeps a Club World Cup trophy by his desk. His son Barron is a huge fan, and the White House lawn once had a goalpost. But Trump's immigration policies could test global fans, with Vice President J.D. Vance warning they're welcome to come, but when time's up, they have to go. Indeed, Chelsea won the trophy, but Trump owned the headlines. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 10th of July. Up next, our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay got all the action in the latest installment of the Filipino Pro Wrestling League. So keep it right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. It was another jam-packed afternoon for the latest edition of FPW Astig. And our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay was ringside to give us all the highlights. Let's check this out.
Suplexes flying, bodies crashing, and fans roaring. If you think like this is just an elbow drop or lead lock, think again. In the world of Filipino Pro Wrestling, there's entertainment, there's action, there's drama, just like your favorite soap opera. This is where heroes rise, villains fight, and every match tells a story.
FPW Astig was held recently, showcasing some of the best and most talented Filipino pro wrestlers in the country. This marked the historic launch of the very first Metro Manila Championships, a milestone event in the Philippine wrestling scene. The action-packed showdown took place at Bake Studios in Makati City, where fans gathered to witness high-stakes matches, intense rivalries, and a celebration of Filipino athleticism and storytelling inside the ring.
It's not easy. Wrestling is really hard. Like there's a lot of things na kailangan mong isipin. A lot of people think that a lot of the things are rehearsed. We do rehearse a little bit, but there's a lot of like feeling and a lot of timing between the competitors. No, you're saying that they're opponents, but really it's a dance between the two.
Every wrestler puts serious thought into their grand entrance, complete with hand-picked entrance music that screams, sometimes literally, their personality, energy, and ring attitude. It's not just walking to the ring. It's their moment to shine, strut, or scare the life out of their opponent. This sets the tone for the wrestler's character, the match itself, and the excitement of the wrestling fans. Following Jeff Cobb's move to WWE, the top title in FPW is currently without a champion, making the competition even more intense than ever. FPW Estate got an extra splash of excitement with the comeback of Singapore's top grapplers such as SPD, Julian Creed, and Big Dave. In FPW, it's an even playing field because the women bring just as much fire, flair, and fierce moves to the ring. These badass ladies don't just fight hard, they entertain, dominate, and steal the spotlight with style, strength, and serious attitude. Who says wrestling is just for the boys? Not in this ring.
It was kind of tough, pero personally, I like the challenge. So, I try to keep up with them, even if I'm a woman.
Mike Madrigal has become something no one expected, a fan favorite. He didn't change who he was, the fans changed how they saw him.
I think it's because very natural lang ako. I'm just being myself. I'm not trying to be anybody. Kaya tingin ko nakaka-relate sa akin yung crowd. I'm just like an everyday guy. It puts pressure on me, pero at the same time, it helps me during the match na to go to that next level.
The atmosphere was electric as fans knew they were witnessing history as Cuatro went head-to-head with the Walking Death Mike Madrigal for the newly minted championship title. But no one expected the match to erupt into the chaos that unfolded, especially with Chino Quinto entering the mix. The action doesn't end here as Filipino Pro Wrestling sets the stage for its most intense event yet, with unfinished business happening in September 14. Because this time, everyone has something to settle. Don't miss the action, don't miss the chaos. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Up next, a team on the rise and a powerhouse looking to prove they're still the ones to beat. Reese is talking the talk, but Collier, she's ready to walk that walk. Tuesday in Chicago, this is where seasons shift. So tune in, lock in, and keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. All right, time to reset the stage in the Windy City, Minnesota, the West's heavyweight. Chicago, a team that's just starting to believe. They just went toe-to-toe on their last game, and guess what? The Sky, they stole one. But round 3 is coming fast, and the Lynx are ready to bite back. This is a statement game for Minnesota. They're still 18-4. They still have Nafisa Collier, an MVP candidate, putting up video game numbers. And, make no mistake, Sunday's loss stung. Collier did everything she could. 26 points, 8 boards, 5 dimes, 3 steals, 3 blocks. But the support crew, a little out of tune. Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams combined for 11 of 32 from the field. That's a math problem they have to solve, and fast. Now let's talk about Chicago. It's Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, and Ariel Atkins taking shape as a big three. Reese keeps stacking double-doubles like their TikTok likes. 8 straight now. Cardoso had 15 rebounds in the last game, a new career high. And Atkins, she was the kill shot, dropping 27, including a dagger in the final minutes. Chicago's not just playing spoiler. They're figuring it out. They've won back-to-back games for only the second time this season. And the best part, they're doing it with effort, physicality, and some welcome chaos. Now, let's zoom into the matchup to watch. Collier and Reese. Experience versus edge. Fundamental polish versus relentless energy. Now, Collier, she's got the bag. But Reese, she's got the me-bounds, the boards, as she would call it. Now, if Reese outplays Collier again, we might be looking at the WNBA's next great front court rivalry. The Lynx have lost 2 of their last 3. The Sky, 4-6, but climbing. They're shooting 45% from the field in that stretch, and they're crashing the boards with purpose, nearly 37 per game. Minnesota has the edge in assists and defense, but Chicago's bringing physicality that tests even the best teams' patience. So stay ahead of the game. As the WNBA heats up, the Lynx are still a powerhouse, but the Sky, they're rising, literally and figuratively. Is this a course correction for Minnesota or the start of something real for Chicago? Here's your full breakdown for tomorrow's matchups, the momentum and the mission. So what happens next? If the Lynx want to reclaim control, they need the backcourt to step up. More flow, more finishes. And most of all, less hero ball, more team ball. Lynx win this one, but not by much. Collier comes out angry, McBride finds her rhythm, and Minnesota stays locked atop the West. But don't sleep on Chicago. Not now. Not with Reese and Cardoso planting their flag on the block. So tune in, lock in, and keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a 4-time NBA champion, 2-time MVP, including the league's first ever unanimous MVP, an all-time leader in three-pointers made, Stephen Curry once said, "Trust the journey, every setback, every sacrifice, it's all part of who you're becoming." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody, and have a blessed week ahead. Good night.